Hello and welcome to Flory Model Friday catch-up show. Here we are with you on Friday the 13th. 2025. After a really good week this week, settling into the new pad. Thank you for all the nice feedback on this one. We've done a few more bits and pieces around in here, sorted out spray booth, things like that as well. So that's now fully operational and working. Obviously, we've been playing around with some of the camera angles and sounds and stuff. But big thank you to all the feedback on it, all the ideas and things like that. It's come to fruition, and I must admit, I'm absolutely loving it here. It's nice, it's light, it's airy. It's no longer like being in a dungeon. Anyway, pushed on a lot with various things behind the scenes. Been manufacturing and making the jigs, which are still flying out. Another batch went out this week, which sold out within a couple of days. I've got another batch going to be going up on Monday, so keep an eye out for Monday. So just keep putting your name down on the wait list. It's getting shorter and shorter with each one. So I think, or I'm hopeful, fingers crossed, by this week coming, we'll be caught up with everything. Obviously, the backlog's all been cleared now and everything. As you can imagine, we've been doing it in batches, purely because I don't want to have like 100 orders sat there and I can't fulfill them for literally weeks. So I've been doing them in batches of 20 of how they've been going out with it. So every couple of days, 20 go out, they sell, then we do the next 20, so forth and so on. Because I don't want to be holding on to your money or wasting your time when you're thinking they're coming and they're not. So consequently, I've been doing them as I've had them available. But there will be another batch of 20 going up, hopefully Monday or Tuesday next week as well. So again, thank you for all the feedback onto the jigs. It's one of those ones where in my head, it works very, very well. In other people's, they might think it needs something. So again, loving the feedback coming back from it. I am taking it on board. Obviously, we are making some upgrade parts to these ones as well, and some of you have been asking about them. So the main one is the one for armor. Hopefully that one will be coming along in about a month's time, something else like that. So we're going to get that one sorted, and also the ones for doing things like cars, for bikes, for ships and stuff will follow along down the line as well. We are also, or I'm sort of, trying to dream it up on the back of a matchbox, is about the actual way that the jig will work for biplanes and holding upper wings firm, and then obviously the lower wing as well in firm position, so you can get it all okay. So the idea being is you lock it all off for putting it. Again, it's a little bit of an engineering thing of getting the design right to make sure it's practical, it works well, and it does it at the end of the day. So again, I'm still just playing with a few little ideas about that with the 3D printed and some drawings and stuff. So hopefully that one will be out in the future as well. But again, massive thank you for all the feedback, and thank you for everybody who bought one as well, because it's blown me away with the amount of demand that has been for these little things, but it's working well. So the big thing with me, it's working so well because I've been using it for the one down in here. You can probably see the little Huey. This is it. So you've got the stand, as I've got it really for holding on to it, and it's just little things like when you want to do the underside, you can actually have it here, and now I've got two hands free for doing it, and it's not rocking and rolling around and all the rest of it. It's in here nice and firmly. It's not going anywhere or anything else like that. So even if you're just working on things like helicopters and stuff like that, and the ability, with these ones to, put them into any type of position you want just to get them to go down. So if I just move this back one out of the way a little bit, I can lean this thing right the way over, or take the back one out completely, so I can work on it and get in amongst it and everything else. And it just works very, very well for all of these different things. So yeah, enjoying it. Anyway, on that note, it all started on Monday where we had part 2 of the Huey up. So fully doing all the weathering job on the insides and that, because let's face it, it's just grey and a little bit of black down in here. So started off with a little bit of Tamiya's XF54, I think it was, for the interior. Sorry. Me jig, it fell off me jig, it's back on, down in there like that, and then obviously spraying all the various parts to it. To be honest with this one, I took a little bit of a shortcut because everything you see in colour, black and greens and all the rest of it, was all done with markers. All right, so literally just threw them down, going through the markers with them, popping them all in just like this, and going through the motions of it. And again, getting that down. Instrument panel, I decided that we would actually use the kit part one, which, it isn't brilliant, let's face it, but I think we could make it work, especially you don't really see it because the instrument panel combing overhangs this one quite a lot. So I thought I'd try something I haven't done for a while, and that's to go back a little bit and put down the film right the way over it and then bed it down. So we're using softening agents and setting agents and all the rest of it, just to try to get this to conform to go down, which it did. And then we were happy once it was down with about 4 or 5 coats of setting solutions, a little bit of stabbing with a knife, usual bits and pieces to get that to conform with no silvering. And then after that, we gave it a flat coat right the way over it. With that done, we could turn our attention to the rest of it. So obviously upper panel down in here, we did in the actual marker pen with the black, and then we just dry brushed it with a little bit of grey as well. And then basically we went around everywhere else. So we did the center console, all those areas just like that. Then we did the actual the roof lining and things. Tried something. I used a weathering pencil. Never done it this way before. It worked-ish. And then I decided, you know what, we're going to go back with oils. So we used a little bit of both on here. So we used oils down on the deck and on the roof lining, and we used a little bit of the weathering pencil just to give us that sort of distress sort of floor look down all the way through. So with that dry, then obviously we're going to move on and do all the other stuff to it. All right. So anyway, members, you can go off and you can see this one right here. Now it is up on there. Part 3 will be up with you on Monday, which basically will get you pretty much to how you see it right here. Sorry, right here even. So yeah, so all together, it's gone through. To be honest, the kit itself is really, really nice. What I love about it is the clear parts all fit. All right, the doors don't, but they don't fit on the real thing anyway. But yeah, we managed to get this one all together and all in now, and he's looking very much the part. If we move that little guy out of the way, he should sit down on his little skids as well. So yeah, I have to say, out of Trumpeters helicopter range, and let's face it, over the last few months we've been reviewing a lot of them, and some of them have been a bit, nah, yeah, that's not good. This one is the gem. This little kit is beautiful, you know, because okay, it's got recessed details which should have raised. I don't mind that because it's a damn sight easier to clean this up than it would be if it was all raised. Get past that bit, the rest of it goes together really well. And the highlight for me, because with all helicopters, the clear parts never fit. But this little guy, the front one, is an absolute gem. It fits beautifully with no issues or fits or anything else like that. As I say, the feet ones as well came through, no problem at all with the grey. The door glass fits beautifully, and so does obviously the rear cargo doors, goes in there really, really nicely. So yeah, again, it's just one of those ones where normally you get to the glass work on helos and it's a little bit, here we go. But actually it worked incredibly well on this one. So again, looking forward to getting this one finished off over the weekend, getting it together, and then next week we'll be getting it into paint and moving on with that. But anyway, part 3 really talks about detailing up the cockpit, doing all the various things in there, picking out all the individual switches and that, which we use markers for again, and then really working on the engine and getting it together. So you'll catch up with me very, very quickly like that on there. Then on Tuesday, we had the little vlog went up. To be honest with you, I'd say I'm a bit tied up with a lot of stuff that's going on behind the scenes here. So I've got a lot of things going on at the moment when it comes to things like builders, electricians, plumbers, you name it, I'm dealing with it at the moment. So anyway, the building work starts in a couple of weeks. So we're just trying to get everything sorted before we get going on all of this one. So yes, anyway, that went up with you. We were talking about pre-painted parts down in here. So obviously we did the review, which you'll see in a second, of the new Magic Factory bikes, which are absolutely lovely one night, and it's all pre-painted. So you haven't got to paint it. In fact, it doesn't say it needs glue either. So there's lots of little screws in there and some lovely things which you will see just here. So the review for this little bike is up already. Again, Magic Factory's first bikes. Wow, have they hit the floor running. I love it, to the point where I'm actually going to build this one soon, as in very soon. All right, because I think it's going to be a great little mojo build as well for working on this one. There's no painting required, there's no gluing required, and it goes together very, very nicely. It's got some really nice touches down in here like this. You've got a magnetic strip with all the sizing in 1-to-1, so you can put all your parts on it and make sure you've got the right screws for the right bit. Clever little touch, like that one. The pre-painted parts, beautifully painted, solid colours as well. Think Bandai. All right, so again, really, really nice all the way through on this one. But generally, all the parts look very nice, very clean, very crisp, all the way through on this one. As I say, there's plenty of, obviously, got all the sprue ones down in here as well. My only downside is that it looks like these are injection molded. They're not. The sprues are black and they painted them silver. That's my only little criticism with these. But generally, the parts look really good, very, very solid. And again, you've got nice little texture differences between the parts. Some of them are glossed, some of them are flat black, you know, and that goes with the silver. Clear parts, beautifully clean, as you might imagine as well. So again, looks very, very nice. My only bugbear is the exhaust, because they're a little bit, shall we say, putting them together, but hopefully it'll be out of the way. And what's a really nice touch with these kits as well, which I think means that, you know, really good value for money, is that you've got metal front forks for it. Where obviously if you're going to do Tamiya and things like that, as we've done in the past, they're aftermarket and you're going to have to pay extra for those ones. Tyres look absolutely fantastic as well. So again, if you fancy one of these, comes in 2 flavours. You've got the sort of normal sort of colour ones, and you've got the anniversary edition of it as well in the special colour scheme and bits like that. So anyway, you can go off, you can see that review now. I'll link it down below, but obviously it is in the normal places and it is up on YouTube and things like that. Then we had last night, we had the live show. Yes, we had a few technical hitches with the live show. Nothing to do with me. Actually, I think it was YouTube doing a little bit more digging. It wouldn't accept our live feed. So anyway, when we did get going 15 minutes late, it was well worth it. The usual fun and games and few jokes thrown in and what we've been up to, what you guys have been up to, obviously answering your questions and everything else like that. Very nice laid back fun show last night once we got it going. So but anyway, that is up with you right now, members. You can go off and you can see that one and you can see what I'm waving my arms about all down in there, and that gets us bang up to date for this week. So plenty to see in there. Other things going on at the moment as well. We've got the store. As I said before, the thick wash will be back in stock next week. That's actually in production as we speak. All right. The normal wash is fully back in stock as well. Now we've got good stocks of all of those coming through, as pretty much everything now as well. We've still got sale items on as well. So if you fancy yourself some of the merch, that's all on sale. Same with the mugs. Oh, look, we've only got one left. All right. We've got one mug left. All right. But back in stock as well is the pot holder as well for your micro set and soul. That's back in stock. And also we've got the glue holders are in there as well. Jigs are out of stock, but as I say, they'll be back in stock early part of next week. And then the stands are fully in stock as well. So if you fancy getting yourself one of our in-flight stands that we make, brilliant little ideas. You've got these little tabs. It's got all the angles in there. We've never really publicized this. I've never done a video on it or anything, but they work really, really well. So yeah, if you want something big or anything, little small ones, we do small, medium and large. So again, you're well suited on all of those, all 3D printed, and the heads here for the different angles are fully interchangeable. So if you want to change them out at any time, you can do. Well, unless you glue it in, then you're stuck. But if you don't glue it and it doesn't need it, you can just plug in each one into the top here, and you can do all the angles, as you can see down in here. And again, it basically goes from flat, 0 degrees, or you can go right the way up to 15 degrees port and starboard. And then obviously, if you maneuver it forward and rear by turning these rounds, you've got 5 degrees up and down angles with those as well. Again, fully adjustable to how you want it to be. So anyway, you've got a little bit of a size guys down in here as well. So as I say, the little small one really is designed for 72nd, 48 scale models. The medium, you can do sort of, your sort of large 32nd scale Tamiya Spitfires and things like that fit beautifully onto this one. And again, normal sort of 48 scale stuff as well. The big one is big, so it is really designed for your 32nd scale kits, and obviously your 24 scale kits will fit on it as well. So again, you can see all of those just down in there like that. Other bits and pieces as well. We are getting low on stocks. We are going to have a restock soon with the old Bandai stuff. But again, we've got all your various tools and all your sanders and any other bits and pieces you could need down in there. And a little one, these are the tubs we used to have the pigments in. But obviously we've stopped doing the pigments now, but I've got a load of pots left over. So just £4, works out £1 each for those things. You can grab yourself a tub just down in there like that. Handy for putting all your little parts in, anything you could ever think of. And they're pretty much impervious to everything as well. So we've got those down in there for you as well. Anyway, that's all of those. The other big one as well is PM have been very, very busy. They've got the mystery boxes set up in here now. So after the success of these, we've sort of broadened it a little bit down in here to give you more options. We haven't had a single complaint about a mystery box yet. Everyone seems to be absolutely blown away with them. So basically, we've got aircraft stuff ranging from a £20 mystery box up to a £65 mystery box. And we've got an armour one as well going the same way down in there. So take your pick, take your chances. But we've had some really good feedback, and people have been getting a full kit with all the paints for it and bits and pieces. We've had people getting kits and tools and all that type of thing. But the aircraft one will have an aircraft kit in it. Obviously, the AFE one will have a vehicle of some description or armour and all the rest of it. So they will be down in there. So it might be just a couple of kits. It might be a kit with a load of tools and paints. I don't know. As I say, I really don't know because Matt makes all of these up. So any complaints, you can deal with him. But anyway, pop along to the PM Models UK store now and you can catch up with that one as well. That's down in there at your perusal. Plus the fact all your other stuff as well. So we've got all your paints, glues and all your sundries and all your usual bits and pieces down in there as well. And that is about it for this week. So I'm going to be pushing on with the Huey. I'm going to get a load of that done this weekend as well. And then obviously into next week, we'll be getting that one hopefully pretty much finished off. I'll be starting on a new project very, very soon. And then obviously I've got lots of other kits coming your way as well. So I'm going to try and get as much building work done as I can before the building work starts at the end of the month. And then let the chaos begin with that, because I'm going to be filming at night for doing those ones as well. So obviously it doesn't distract with hammering and banging and swearing and all the usual thing that builders will be getting up to, which is literally just outside that door as well. Anyway, that's about it from me. As always on a Friday, I'm going to leave you with your great work from the gallery. So until next week, happy modelling. Take care.
I'm wasted, my heart grows heavy. Don't taste me rushing and keep your words naked.